fucking penalties. Welcome back to Black White Banter, you lovely Newcastle fans. I've just arrived in Toon. If you cannot see those beautiful buildings behind us, just in Central Station, and here we go again. If you'd offered me a win tonight down in Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the Cup over a win against AC Milan, I would have taken it. That Wembley experience last season just gave us a taste. It gave us a sniff. It teased us with what could be if we went one step further. And the scenes, even though we lost the weekend, nobody came away from that weekend thinking it was awful. Trafalgar Square, beers together as fans, train journeys down. It was absolutely class. And this one's not going to be easy tonight just because of the injuries. And God, it's a word I'm sick of using as a fan, I'll be totally honest with you. But in the last round, Eddie Howe experiment with like 6 fullbacks at Man United. They were having an off colour that day, but this Chelsea team want this cup. Pochettino wants a cup as quickly as possible. So it's not going to be an easy game by any means. Our recent record at Chelsea's good. Our overall record at Stamford Bridge is horrendous. But there's going to be 4,000 Geordies roaring them on. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm not going to get back till 5 in the morning, but this is what we do, because you don't want to miss these kind of nights. I'm going to go and get myself on the bus. Long journey down for this one today. I've just stopped for a bacon butty at Greg's. Of course it had to be Greg's. And if you're new around here, Newcastle fans, do us a favour. Whack that little likey loo and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to get myself sorted and get myself on the bus. Away, Eddie Howe's Tuesday night Carabao Cup mags. Come on. Services, beers acquired. Right, just arrived. Well, I say just arrived. We've been in the pub in London a while now. Joined by Hayden and Steve. Hayden and Steve, you're from Cambridge. So, first and foremost, predictions for tonight.
I'm going to go 3-1 penalties.
What's scoring real time?
1-1.
Real time. What about you?
I'm going 3-1, normal time.
Normal time. Who's scoring first?
Isaac.
And
We score first, they equalise. I'm not sure who's going to score. I'm going to go Gordon.
right, so tell us very quickly. Tell us your story. Then, so you're from Cambridge. Why is Newcastle your team?
I was born in Newcastle, lived there for 12 months. Mum and dad are Geordies, moved to Cambridge, and he just got stuck with it. Just got to roll with it.
And you've just been sucked in.
Yeah, it's better than Tottenham, so it's either them or Tottenham, so...
I like that. So you're very used to them pint prices.
Oh, yeah, very much so, yeah. This is a normal night.
Can Newcastle get to Wembley?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I like these answers. Right then, just on the way to the stadium now, just bringing the boozer. Do you know how much a pint was? Do you want to know how much a pint was? It was £7.25. So if anyone's got a bankroll over this Christmas period, if any of my family are watching this, you will not be getting many presents because I decided to do Chelsea away in the League Cup. Almost there. Team news has just dropped, actually. Team news is out. It's pretty strong. He hasn't gone with Trippier right back. He's gone with Crafu. I'll take that. He looked strong enough on Saturday. Chelsea have gone full strength, though. I was worried that Chelsea would be more concerned about this competition than any season previously because they do not have much else to play for. So that's a little bit frustrating, but we're going to get in there. 4,000 mags. Just had a pint of Guinness. Don't even like Guinness. Don't know why. I tasted or wanted a pint of Guinness, but it was a little bit cheaper than their local beer. London. Anyone who lives in London, especially who supports Newcastle, fair play to you. My God, I know where I like to be. Onto the stadium we go. Eddie Howe's mags. One step away from what would be a glorious semi-final against maybe Port Vale, maybe Middlesbrough, maybe Everton, maybe Fulham, maybe West Ham. All these teams that I don't fear too much. But Chelsea are full strength. It's been a long old journey down. I'm not going to be getting much sleep tonight, so hopefully this trip is worth it. Only the day. What the fuck is that? Chelsea. What's he doing? Hey! There you go, Justin! Anyhow, ticket bags. I'm joined by some very familiar faces in this one. Tell you what. Right, just wait your turn, Right, gentlemen, what's the score going to be tonight?
I've took 3-1.
Who's going to score first?
Miggy.
Very controversial opinion right now.
I'll let Miggy
take it. And you, sir?
2-1. 2-1 to June. Isaac, if he's playing, or Wilson.
Wilson,
2-1.
Wilson.
That's what the bet is.
I don't think this sport knows what planet he's on. What's the score going to be?
It's going to be 2-0. Lewis going to score, and fucking Isaac's going to come off the bench, even though he's not playing. And he's going to fucking score.
Right, last question. I'll wrap this one up. Are we getting to Wembley again? These are the Where do I even start with that one? Where do I start with that one? Just on the metro home now after getting off the bus. It's about 5:15 in the morning, 19 hours after I arrived in Newcastle. And these matches don't get any harder. That one was absolutely devastating. We were leading that match for 92 minutes. And I'm not going to say we played well, because I don't think we did. We had very little on the ball. I've watched Callum Wilson's goal back on the bus coming home. Very lucky. Chelsea's defending's awful, and apart from that, we've created absolutely nothing in the final third, not a single thing. But Chelsea didn't create anything, and we defended we defended for our lives. We essentially defended for our lives in that game, and to be leading for 92 minutes and come away with absolutely nothing, bearing in mind the teams that are in that semi-final, Fulham, Middlesbrough, maybe West Ham tomorrow, Liverpool could get knocked out, we don't know. It just feels worse than losing in the final last year in a way, because it feels like such a missed opportunity, because we're more experienced. We don't know what our squad would have looked like by the final, but hey, I'm not going to talk about what could have been if we got through, because that's, if my auntie had bollocks, she'd be my uncle, as my mum and dad used to always say to us. And where did it go wrong tonight? Well, of course, the main talking point's going to be Kieran Trippier, and I think it's okay to talk about him in a more negative way with regards to his error, despite what I've seen on social media, because my God, we now have a culture in our fan base when a player plays badly and makes a mistake, someone like Trippier, if you say one bad word about him in isolation, not in terms of his time at Newcastle or the fact that apparently you don't appreciate him, you don't appreciate the fact he joined us in the Saudi at the start of the Saudi era when we were in the relegation zone, you don't appreciate all the good work he's put in for 2 years. Yes, a player is allowed to have a bad game, not denying that. Kieran Trippier's human, he's had bad games for Tottenham, bad games for Atletico Madrid, but Kieran Trippier now has cost us quite a few points from mistakes, and it's at the point now we need to start talking about, is this man in the right mental state to be in our team. You look back to his mistakes against Everton, he didn't play well against Tottenham. I'm not saying he did anything wrong in the game against Milan, but once again, he comes on very short spell on the pitch, and I'm not saying when he was on the pitch, positioning wise, touches on the ball, he did anything wrong, but he makes an error at the most crucial of moments when we are almost over the line, and it sends us to penalties. And I don't know what's up with him at the moment. There's rumours that there's some issues with his misses, there's rumours, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We know he was sent away from international duty. It's all hearsay from that point onwards, but something in his head, not fitness wise, not running, not energy, something in his brain as a footballer right now is not switched on fully like we know it normally is, and it has been for so long in his time for Newcastle. And I trust Eddie Howe that he was in the right space to come into this game. Why he wasn't starting the match is another question, because I thought he got rested against Fulham on Saturday. Is that something we can look into, that Eddie Howe maybe didn't have faith to play him, or was he just seeing this as a good chance for Kraft to come in? We don't know, but he makes the error. Yes, we rode our luck in that match, we did. We scored, we penned ourselves in, Bruno clears one off the line somehow, they hit the crossbar, they don't create too much in the second half, and it was just a case. I don't think the game plan was to come here and get an early goal and pen in. I think that's just the circumstances of the way the game went, and I'll be totally honest, I was disappointed in an attacking point of view. Anthony Gordon didn't offer us very much. Callum Wilson, I'd love to see how many touches of the ball Callum Wilson got in that game, because it can't have been many apart from his goal. Almiron, disappointing again, and again I'm not scapegoating him. Our whole attack was, we just didn't offer anything much tonight in the final third of the pitch, but it was okay because we were winning, and we were so close. I mean, we lasted 92 minutes and it's taken away from us, and we know how these cup games go. There's no extra time to put things right, it's penalties. And I think with the squad we had, if it was extra time, I think Chelsea might have gone on to pip us. I really do, because we didn't have the legs to come onto the pitch. Chelsea made loads of substitutes, we don't have that luxury. Did that play into the game as it went on? I'm going to say no, because it was one error that cost us the match. So we go to penalties, and I love penalties as a neutral, but as a fan they are absolutely horrible. And they took better ones. You can't analyse penalties. Should Kieran Trippier have been taken one? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. He will have put his name forward, as all penalty takers do. You could say there was people on the pitch who should have maybe taken one instead. Longstaff, your Miley's, even your Dan Burns, bang, you could just see him smashing it in the bottom corner. But Kieran Trippier is a proved veteran at these sorts of situations, on international duty for Atletico Madrid. I don't know how many penalty shootouts he's been involved in his life and what his success rate is, but he's the sort of man who does not shy away, especially after making a mistake. And fair play to Trippier. But I said to Scott, if you're watching this video, who I've stood with the match, I just had a feeling he wasn't going to score, and he didn't. And we missed a couple. And Dubravka, I don't think Dubravka played well in that match with regards to shots at him. I think he was slow with the one that hit the crossbar. He was saved by Bruno clearing one off the line. And if that was Nick Pope, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, I'm backing him more on that penalty shootout. His height, his shot, he's already won one penalty shootout for us last season at St James's Park. But we don't have him again, so I'm not going to focus on that too much. I wish he was playing. It's daft, and it's gut-wrenching to go out in the way that we have. And we've been singing last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but to save me from tears, I gave it to Jason Tindall. We haven't saved any tears this time around, because there'll have probably been some tears in the stands. The way we lost that match was devastating, and the fact that we are talking about in less than 7 days AC Milan bang out of Europe in the most devastating ways, the way we were 1-0 up, 6 days later bang out of the Carabao Cup, where a final was so likely, is devastating. It is. It's horrible. I'm still processing, so I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap this one up, because I will review the match. I will do a last word video, of course I will, as I normally do. So please whack the subscribe if you want to see more. But this one is, I've got a couple of hours of kit before I've got to get up for work. Long trip down there. The fans were absolutely magnificent. There's been a lot of criticism of atmospheres, but the last 2 cup away matches have been really good. Make of that what you will. Are certain fans go to the bigger matches and shine away from these games, so the hospitality, the corporate, is less in these away stands? I don't know, but the atmosphere was good tonight. It was. Long journey down there just before Christmas. Fair play to every single fan that's made the journey. Trains, buses, you name it. and we have to go again. And this long wait for a trophy, this long wait, if we are to ever get one, is going to be in the hardest way possible, because I don't even want to find out what the Liverpool West Ham score is on Wednesday, because it'll just rub salt in the wounds if West Ham actually beat Liverpool. Because if you look at the teams that are in it, this was a huge missed opportunity. Eddie Howe put a pretty much strong team out. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough in the most devastating fashion. But we've got a derby to look forward to, one more cup competition this season, lots of games over the Christmas. Luton on Saturday. It's nothing Newcastle fans aren't used to, let's face it. Going out of the cups in devastating fashion in injury time, all we've ever been used to for the last 15 years is not even getting this far. So keep the faith, as I always say. Keep the faith, Newcastle fans. Onwards and upwards we go. I'm going to go to bed. Away the lads.